Hello and welcome to Epic Charter Schools. My name is Zack Burkhalter and I'll be your teacher, your mentor, and your guide. A little bit about me. I got my bachelor's at Southwestern Oklahoma State University in history. I got my master's at Colorado Tech in science of management, specializing in homeland security. I've been a curator at a museum. I've been a teacher. I've managed a landscape company. I have a beautiful 5-year-old son who I love to play with, a lovely wife, 2 dogs, a Jack Russell and a little Chug Chihuahua Pug mix. All right, let's look at Jacob's data. Give me one moment to bring this up here. Okay. Jacob's test scores indicate a relative aptitude in 2 instructional areas, geometry and measurement, as well as data and probability. However, his test scores also indicate lacking in terms of algebraic reasoning and algebra. In order to ensure Jacob's success, the algebraic reasoning and algebra strand must be addressed. In order for Jacob to progress onto subjects where he shows the most proclivity, geometry, and data and probability, he must improve his scores in the aforementioned areas where he is lacking, so that he can continue to be successful and advance at an acceptable rate. Therefore, it is my opinion that subjects dealing with algebraic reasoning are paramount. Most importantly, standard 5.8.1 and 5.8.2. By presenting high expectations for Jacob and fervently supporting his growth with adequate instruction, he will be able to achieve success and growth in these problem areas. It is crucial that he receive one-on-one instruction beginning with standard 5.8.1. As he masters each of these standards dealing with algebraic reasoning, he can thusly utilize said skill to conquer the next standard in the sequence. Due to his low scores pertaining to algebra, it is critical that one-on-one instruction is given through each academic standard relating to this subject area. As he becomes more successful, he will become more confident. This confidence will allow him to progress through each standard and even become proficient within them. Okay, let's look at a lesson plan for Jacob. This one would deal with the commutative property of addition. So the objective of this will be student will be able to explain the commutative property of addition and how it can be used for mental math. Things you might need be counters such as marbles or cut up pieces of paper, whatever you choose, writing utensil, crayons, markers, pencils, etc., drawing paper, blank paper, any type. So let's look here. Introduction. So we would explain to Jacob what properties are. So properties are things that pertain to a person or thing. So Jacob has brown hair, for instance. But Sally is a fast runner. These are properties that they possess. So we're going to look at the commutative property of addition. So these are things, characteristics of addition. So when he understands these, it will be easier for him to add faster and he will do it better. First, we'll go into explicit instruction, teacher modeling. I'll have the student watch me use counters, show a model for a simple number sequence like 3 plus 2, ask the student to identify how many counters there are. After the correct answer is given, the equation will be written on a board behind me, something like this, showing that the sum is 5. Next, we'll take the 2 groups of numbers and switch their order. So instead of 3 plus 2, we'll have 2 plus 3. We'll ask the student to identify the sum once again and show that both equations have the same sum. Next, we'll go on to guided practice or interactive modeling. So we'll instruct the student, Jacob, to repeat the procedure modeled using simple equations. After Jacob begins to understand that the order of numbers does not affect the sum, we'll explain that is the commutative property of addition, where the sums are the same no matter what orders the numbers are in. So 3 plus 2 equals 2 plus 3 equals 5. Then we'll have independent working time, where we'll have him choose 2 of the equations that we've gone over, and we'll use a piece of paper, we'll fold it into fourths, and we'll have him pick 2 of the equations and illustrate it. We'll instruct him to title the page the commutative property of addition once he has completed it. As this is an introductory assignment, in order to assess Jacob's success, we will be using informal questioning and just simple observation.